welcome in. Finally got all three of us back. It's episode 39, the Big Boys League, BBL Sports. Shout out Dr. Bird. There's Admiral Bird, a young Admiral Bird there behind Joey. Admiral Bird in his prime. Talk a little Tigers offseason. Got to get into that. Talk a little Lions talk. Make the picks. All right, gentlemen, good evening. We got everybody on. It's been a couple weeks since we got everybody on. We had Admiral Bird, who's right behind Jet here, filled in for us last week. I did a little bit of a solo vent session earlier this week, but we got all the boys back together. We're going to dive right in. We're going to switch it up. We're going to save. I know you guys have a lot to say regarding the Lions' loss to the Vikings, regarding the inaction at the trade deadline. Maybe. We'll see. But we're actually going to go a different direction to kick us off here, and I just got a quick conversation that I want to have with you guys. It involves the Tigers.
Second deck.
So let's get into it. Free agency kicks off today in the MLB. And I have a very simple question for you guys. I'm going to give you three choices. And you have to tell me which direction you would like to see the Tigers go and why. And it revolves around Tarik, Skubal, and what they do in free agency. So, if you were Scott Harris, would you, option one, trade Skubal at the winter meetings and get the biggest haul that you can for Tarik Skubal? Option two, pony up and just sign the man to an 8-year, $400 million contract. Or option three, roll the dice, go into next season without an extension and with Tarik Skubal on the roster and try to sign some pieces around him and take a swing at the World Series. Stark, I want to go to you first on this. Option 1, 2, or 3, what would you do if you were Scott Harris?
It's tough. I don't think I'd sign him to an 8-year, $400 million contract. I think that crucifies us. And I think he's a great pitcher. He's like the best pitcher in the world. But, man, last time we did that, we had Cabrera towards the end of his career, and it kind of crippled us single-handedly. So, I don't want to see them cough up that much money over that much term for a pitcher, even if he is the best pitcher in the world. I don't even know. I think I was listening to 97.1, and one of the guy had a good point, and I think I kind of agree with this, is if you were to trade him now, you're going to get a decent haul. Decent, right? If you trade him in July and see how the season's going, you probably can get the same thing, right? So he mentioned that as there's really no rush to do that, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of paying one player that much over 8 years, and we know we don't like to pay players anyway. I think that's just guaranteeing us we're gonna be okay. We'll get to the playoffs, but I like the idea of trading him for a haul, and I think the Mets would be a good option because they have enough young pitching. Bring in 3 young pitchers and a second. He's gonna if they can trade him, I'm gonna imagine it's gonna be for a lot, right? I don't want draft picks. I want guys that can come in right now and play for them. So, it's so tough. I mean, we need him to get to the playoffs. We need a Cy Young Skubal to make the playoffs, right? But if you look at what ended up killing us, I think it's the rest of the things that you don't have right now. So, I'm more concerned that they offered Torres $22 million for 1 year.
I saw that.
At the moment, that's McGonigal. Where's McGonigal? He's going to be the guy, but they want to offer him $22 million. It's crazy. There's guys like Kyle Tucker getting offered $22 million. Torres is not – a bunch of guys got that $22 million offer today. Torres was the only one who I'm why is he getting that offer? So that's my take. I went into hibernation after they lost, and I don't even want to think about Tigers right now. It's Red Wing season. It's Pistons. It's Lions. I don't care about the Tigers.
All right, we got to talk about it, and I like to take.
I know.
Your team trade him. I just want to clarify. You are team trade him.
I'm on
for a
team
haul.
trade
okay.
him. Yes.
I want to make one quick note on the
I've been
Glaber
on,
Torres.
by the way, really quick, I called up to 97 won the ticket 2 years ago it was right before they went on their run, and like they went from the worst to the best, whatever, that 1 year, and I called up and I was like, trade him right now. Trade him right now for as much as you can get. It gives the team a certain amount of years left on the deal, and then they can re-sign whatever. I got called an idiot. And now here we are 2 years later, and we're saying, we're going to lose him for nothing. So, I mean, I don't give a shit if they made it as far as they have in the playoffs because they didn't win anything. So, in my eyes, I don't know. It's just, who cares?
Agreed. I want to say one quick thing on the Glaber Torres thing because I agree with you. What are we doing? Offering him $22 million. But here's what I will say on Glaber Torres. I think it's really unlikely he takes that because it's just a 1 year deal.
He's taking it.
I think he's going to find a little bit of longevity out in free agency. And the reason the Tigers extend that offer is when he ultimately declines, they get a comp pick back for that. If they don't extend the offer and lose him in free agency, they don't get that comp pick. So,
dude's 29 years old. He's not getting that much term.
I pray he doesn't take it, but we'll see. All right, Jet, before I chime in here, I want to get your take. You option 1, 2, or 3?
Yeah, I mean, I'm option B, the LA Dodgers. Sign him, sign a bunch of other players, pay a bunch of money. The Dodgers, I don't know if you guys saw this, made all the money on the Ohtani contract back with this World Series.
Yeah. And it's not even Ohtani. They got $1 billion tied up there.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, everyone was like, holy shit, look at this Ohtani deal or whatever. Dude, we can pay Tarik Skubal an 8-year contract and still go out and pay other players. We are just being – we have Stockholm Syndrome. We're being like, oh, we can't afford it. If we get that toy, we can't buy any other toys. It's like we have unlimited money. We just need the owner to go fucking spend it. So what I would do and what is going to happen are two completely different things. Fucking go spend the money, get us excited for 1 year. I mean, I don't know. I would pay him. I love to watch him play. I think baseball's more fun. I think if we don't pay him, I think we're cucks, dude. We have the best pitching in baseball probably in the last 15 years. The best pitchers in baseball have all come through the Tigers.
Oh, yeah. I would agree with that.
Saying. Yes.
And we've done nothing. I mean, that's horrendous. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to make a point really quick. Like, I feel like there's a huge difference in paying a guy like Ohtani or Bryce Harper or Juan Soto or Aaron Judge because those guys are playing every day. Like, you're going to go to the baseball field and you're going to see those guys every day. They're exciting. I just name one pitcher, strictly pitcher, who is that much. Do you even know the highest paid pitcher in the league, Joey? Could you tell me who the highest paid pitcher in the league is right now? I guarantee you can't because he's not that exciting.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it somebody who doesn't even, play anymore?
No, he's good. But he just doesn't put asses in seats. He's not it's Zach Wheeler. He's the highest paid pitcher in the league right now. He plays for the Phillies. He's not the reason people go to the Phillies. Who's the reason people go? Why do they go to the Phillies, Adam?
Schwarbaum
and Harper. They're going to see those guys. Wouldn't you rather save this money and go pay a big time bat that much? I don't know. I don't like the idea it's a pitcher. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah. The other thing that I hate in baseball is you can't get picks.
No, it doesn't mean anything.
It's like there is no trading for picks, and something about picks. It's like Jerry Jones. He said we could get like 3 of these guys when he was trading away Micah Parsons. It's like, no, you couldn't. But there is something so tantalizing, like, oh, what if we just drafted like the greatest guy ever? Or like, what if the future is unknown for young guys? And I know that we would get a bunch of guys in farm league or whatever, but I don't know, something about the actual draft pick where we get to hand select some guy, I think is more exciting. So I don't know. I don't like the fact that we can't get draft picks.
So, all right, I am. That it is an interesting point, and we're going to get to Jerry in a second because I want to do some trade deadline talk. But I fall in the camp. I fall in the camp of Stark. I say you got to trade him at the winter meetings. And one point that I do want to make is I don't know if I agree. So Stark, I don't know if I would agree with you that his value at the trade deadline in July is the same as it will be this offseason. I think the haul is going to be significantly bigger at the winter meetings than it will be if you tried to trade him in July mid-season, where a team knows they're just running him to make their World Series run at the end of the season. So I think the most valuable Tarik Skubal will be to the Lions from this point forward. The most valuable he was 2 years ago when Stark, you called up and said you got to trade him. Well, his value goes down every single day, especially once the season starts. So I would trade him for a haul.
If they make it public that they're going to trade him, how many teams are going to come calling?
I think a lot if it's this offseason. I think it's a lot.
Maybe you could run up the price a little bit, knowing that this is our chance to lock him in and then maybe sign him to keep him here.
And I want to throw out a comp here. So last year, the Milwaukee Brewers were in a very similar situation with Corbin Burns. And they traded him away. They got a haul. And then the Milwaukee Brewers had the best record in baseball last year. They found a way to bounce back. And they ultimately fell short. They lost to the Dodgers in the NLCS. But I think what I agree with you, Stark. I have a tough time paying a guy who's going to play every 5 days. I love Tarik Skubal to death. But I've gotten a lot of heat on this show for saying this before, but he ain't prime JV. And I lost a little bit of respect for Skubal when he left the game in the sixth in that game 5 of the ALDS. I'm not going to lie. I didn't like that. I wanted to see a little more dog out of him.
He ain't call his own number. That's bullshit.
You're telling me that AJ Hinch took a look at the pen and said, I would rather have Kyle Finnegan than Tarik Skubal against the top of this Mariners order.
Yes. 100.
You're insane. You are insane.
100%.
There is an idea.
The analytics numbers guy pulled him, not the best pitcher in baseball.
That is like in the last month, how many times had they faced Skubal? Like that Seattle team had seen Skubal like how many innings, how many at bats. I feel like I agree with you, Joe, on that, but
I disagree.
No way he should have been pulled.
I think Scott Boras, his agent, said he doesn't throw more than 100 pitches till you lock him up long term. I truly believe that. But again, it's all right. It's just my opinion. There's no facts to back that up. We don't know. That's just my opinion. But I would trade Skubal now for a haul. Can we get some bats in, and then take that money that you were willing to spend on Tarik Skubal and let's go sign some names in free agency. Bregman's back on the market. Bo Bichette is on the market. We know McGonigal is coming up, and he's probably your second baseman this year.
All day long.
Bichette, Bregman. There's some other things we can do. We are going to, by the way, we're going to move on to football, but I just want to say I'm excited and to do this. At some point in the next couple weeks, I want to do a strictly Detroit Tigers off-season episode on how to build a World Series roster for next season. Jet, go ahead before we move to football.
I will say, out of all those options, I want to sign him. But if we do not sign him, if we wait till July, I will be so pissed. And because I think we'll still be a good baseball team, and if we're selling when we're a good baseball team, dude, that will make me so
Are we good? Are we really good?
It will be, I will just say, if you have a light off season and you keep Skubal going into the season and you end up losing Skubal for nothing and you get bounced again in the wild card of the divisional series, unforgivable. Unforgivable if they do that. So we'll see. We'll see. But
if
all right,
that
let's
exact
talk a little
scenario
bit.
happens, I will no longer be a fan of the Tigers. I'll go back on a hiatus and I'll just root for wherever Skubal goes.
Fair.
It's going to be a Met. Go to the Met.
Let's go.
All right, let's talk football. Before we get into the little exercise that I want to do, the people have already heard my take, and if you haven't, you can go back and watch. I posted a short video on the day of the trade deadline, my take on both what the Lions did and did not do at the trade deadline, as well as reacting to that Vikings game. So I'm not going to speak here. I kind of want to open floor to you guys, and Jet, we're going to kick it off with you. Start with Brad Holmes and the trade deadline. Quick reactions to the nothing burger that was Tuesday?
From what I recall, I think only like one offensive lineman was traded at the deadline, and he was, I think, 70th ranked. That was really all I wanted. It's not like we needed to go get. I don't want another wide receiver or running back. We don't need a tight end. Maybe wouldn't have minded like somebody in the secondary. I think at the beginning of the season, I texted our group chat and said I would love to go get Sauce Gardner because I think the Jets like immediately regretted signing him all that money when they weren't good. And 2 firsts is a lot for him, but I also think for a top 3 cornerback in the league, like I don't know if you're serious about winning and not having to worry about covering a number 1, that's a good option. But I mean, I don't know if there was a move for us. So I was upset that we didn't at least try and get a little depth at offensive line. But if there wasn't anything out there, obviously you don't want to force something.
Stark.
I definitely don't care that they didn't make a trade. I think, did we talk about this? NFL trade deadline is like so like it's nothing crazy. The Jets did a lot of crazy shit. But yeah, I just don't think, I've said this so many times before, I'd rather have Brad Holmes with a boatload of picks than hoping that a guy you trade for comes in and makes a difference. Because I am on team long term here. Like he'll keep drafting well. And the problem right now, I would love to get into them a little more. Like we have a group chat where some people were like, they need to go get a jump ball wide receiver. It's like, you guys that's such like bullshit. Like they don't need any of that. They need to figure out their offensive line. And I'll talk about that later. Joey was right. He's absolutely right. Talking about like they're only one O lineman traded. It was 70th overall. I heard a rumor that there was a chance they could try to trade back for Zeitler and get him back in town, like if that was a possibility. But like, what are you going to give up? So I don't know. I think if they had beaten the Bucks and then the trade deadline happened, no one would be talking. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't that Vikings game and then the deadline, I feel like people are just overreacting to one game right now. They have a problem, but trade deadline is not the answer to it.
All right. So I don't know if you guys listen to my solo show. I'll just quickly give you my thoughts. I know I said I wasn't going to, but
no, give us.
Guys, I think first and foremost, can we just agree that like it's okay? We can still like Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and the Lions, and it's okay to criticize them because, good Lord, I put out a video of me criticizing Brad Holmes for Tuesday, and I'm getting absolutely hammered for the take. But I think it's okay to criticize our teams when they're not performing.
No, it's me and Stark in the comments hammering you.
Okay, I'm just going to say this very quickly. There's a time and a place to be aggressive, and Brad Holmes has done an outstanding job building this team through the draft. And he drafts so well that you have signed all of these core pieces to extensions, and you've got them locked up long term. The mindset needs to shift, and this is my opinion. We need to shift the mindset from using assets in the draft to improve the roster to using assets, whether it be at the deadline or in the offseason, to make moves and get, quote-unquote rental players to get you over the hump. That's the recipe to a Super Bowl. It is the recipe to a Super Bowl. And what frustrates me is you see what Howie Roseman does in Philadelphia. Who's the big winner of the trade deadline? It's the Philadelphia Eagles.
I think it's the Jets.
Well, okay. Long term, it's probably the Jets. But in the here and now, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. You got the best edge rusher on the market for a third-round pick. We couldn't make that move because we don't own a third-round pick because we gave up the 2 third-round picks we had to move up 10 spots and get Isaac Tesla, who's got 3 catches on the season. And I love Tesla. Yeah, I know. I love Tesla. I think he's going to be a good player. But guess what? You got Amon-Ra locked up long-term. You got J-Mo locked up long-term. You're going to extend Laporta. You have weapons on this offense where Tesla's a luxury pick, where we are a few pieces away, in my opinion, from making that jump and getting to a Super Bowl, and we didn't even have the ammo at the deadline to go out and make a move. And listen, maybe there weren't moves to be made, but it's frustrating where I feel like the mindset is we will use our draft capital to move up and draft the players we want, but we will not use that capital to add players that are already under contract via trade. And I feel like just let's go back the last 10 years and look at all of the Super Bowl winners. You've got to get aggressive, whether it be in free agency, whether it be at the trade deadline, and make a splash move to improve your roster. My frustration is the Lions have a lot of holes. Jalen Phillips would have been fantastic and a fantastic addition to this team. There was a rumor that Jermaine Johnson was on the block for a second-round pick. I would have done it. It improves because you never know what's going to happen next year or the following year, and we know that we have a roster that can win a Super Bowl this year. We should have been trying to make moves to improve the roster. So that's my take. I am a little frustrated with it, and Howie Roseman, I don't want to hear it because Howie Roseman finds a way to do it. Howie Roseman's a guy that's been to 3 Super Bowls and has won 2 of them in the last 6-7 years, and he finds a way to improve his roster at every opportunity. So that is my take, and we disagree. And it's okay. It's okay, guys.
It is
okay.
We
respectfully disagree on that. All right. Let's keep moving.
Obama.
Can I did want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I saw something interesting as I was doom scrolling through Instagram. It was this account that compared today's Detroit Lions to the 2020 Buccaneers. And I was like, wow. Jared Goff, Tom Brady, not that mobile, but he's throwing darts. And, I'm like, Brady got the ball out quick. Goff needs to get the ball out quick in this offense. We haven't been able, Tesla and J-Mo haven't been able to have great years because we have to get the ball out quick.
Right.
Plays aren't developing downfield. And there's not a whole lot of threat in play action because we haven't had this dominant, run game. And I'm like, dude, we could be the Buccaneers. And then I looked it up. I was doing some research. They had a top 3 offensive line that year.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
And dude, it makes me sick how good our offensive line was to where it's at right now. And fuck paying anyone. We need to just pay the best offensive line in football. I don't care. Jamal Williams has the touchdown record for the Detroit Lions because he was behind the best offensive line in football. And now he doesn't even see snaps.
He hasn't scored. He scored 1 touchdown since that season. And it was on the last play of the
last play of the
victory formation. Jen, I don't want to harp on this, okay? I don't want to harp on this because I like Tesla. But that is what you just said is part of my frustration, right? Which is I'm starting to question some of these decisions. You knew you lost some dudes on the offensive line, and in the 3rd round where there's still some big bodies available and some linemen available, we spend a ton of capital to move up and take Isaac Tesla, which is cool. He's fun. He's awesome. But to your point, what's the point of drafting Isaac Tesla if your line sucks and Goff is going to get pressured at the rate that he gets pressured? I agree with you. I agree with you. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, it would be one thing, too, if we could show him off and be like, hey, look at what we got, and then, trade him. But we can't even show him off. We don't have time.
No, it's a great point, and that's a great segue. It's a great segue into the next topic here, a little activity that we're going to do segment. We're at the midway point of the NFL season, and what we are going to do is it's report card season. Report cards coming home. We're going to be giving the Detroit Lions midterm grade report cards. And we're going to run through line by line here. Jet, I want to start with you, and we're going to start with the man at the top. Through 9 weeks, what letter grade are you giving Brad Holmes?
Brad Holmes through 9 weeks of the season.
Yep. And this includes the offseason because, for him, this includes the offseason.
I'd give him a B plus.
All right. Jet's going B plus. Stark, how would you grade out Brad Holmes through this point of the season?
I'm a Brad Holmes stan, so I'm gonna say A plus. Hey,
You
I don't want
guys
to diss him. Here,
You
I
guys
want
are.
to. Let me
I
add
want
one
to
thing.
defend. I was gonna say I want to defend my B plus.
Yeah, let me. Can I? I
Yeah,
want to
go
chime
ahead.
in a little bit too, so I'm going to put it in here. If there's something I think we can be upset with him about, it's the idea that you either had to have known Ragnow was going to retire and have some sort of backup plan. I don't believe that he just pulled a fast one. Even if he did just say, "Hey, I'm retiring," dude, the guy was breaking down at an insane rate. Like his body was just getting shredded. So to not back that up and to expect 2 rookie linemen and Mahogany to come in this year, there's moments they look fine, but that's how rookies are, right? So that's what we can be mad at him about. That would knock his A plus down to just a straight A. But it's the offensive line. Like that is the sole reason they're not playing good right now. And I could point to I don't want to get into it too much. Let's keep going with the report card.
Okay. Jet, go ahead, defend your B plus real quick.
How much can he do when we have all of our key guys locked up? It's like,
Yeah,
all right,
I
we
mean,
got
that's what
Goff,
I gave him
we got Amon-Ra, we got JMO. Like we have the team that he built. It's like our
Punch.
offensive line is falling apart. And like, yeah, I would have loved to have been like this draft. We got to go in and get these guys. And like, who knows? It's hard to criticize the guy because he's done so well. And so like once again, the trade deadline there wasn't any spots for it. Who knows? In the draft, was there spots for it? Was there guys that we actually were like, he's on our big board, like he's a good offensive lineman, or maybe we're like, dude, none of these offensive linemen fit our culture, or none of these offensive linemen we think are going to be actually worth this level of draft pick. So that's why he gets a B plus. I mean, obviously things could be going better right now, and but I mean, shit, I like. I think we're in a good spot.
I'm going to go C plus here. And he gets, I'm going to give him credit. You lock up Hutchinson long term. You lock up JMO long term. The jury is out on this draft class. Ratledge has been pretty good. Williams has been all right. Tesla, again, it's a bit of a head scratcher at this point. And then the inaction at the trade deadline brings us down quite a bit because you got to grade him off the draft. You got to grade him off the offseason. You got to grade him off the deadline. Again, I think I'm by myself over here on an island. I think there are moves to be made to improve this roster, and in what is a wide open NFC this year, I would have liked to see a little more aggressiveness out of Brad. So he gets a C plus from me. Still love Brad. Love the guy to death. Let's go to the next man at the helm, number 2 in the operation, MCDC, Dan Campbell. I will lead us off. I want to go A plus here, but I can't. The team's 5-3. They started the season rough. They come out of the bye week. They look sloppy and terrible. I'm going to give Dan a B, and I'm going to cut him a break here. I think the crux of the issues with this team is the offensive line, and I know Dan's trying. They're still 5-3. Everything is still in front of them, but that performance out of the bye, some of the decision-making, I'm going to give him – I can't get to an A at this point in the season. I'm going to go B for Dan Campbell. Jet.
I will do B minus. You bring in, 2 new coordinators, which I know that's going to be tough on the season, but those are your guys. And, I mean, into the games where you've had nothing but time for preparation – season opener versus an in-division rival looked terrible. Coming off of a bye game versus a divisional opponent looked terrible. It's like these are moments where you can let your true coaching shine. Best coaches coming out of a bye: Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, Sean McVay, Shanahan. They're not going to lose those games coming off of buys. So I mean, definitely there's room for improvement. I think that he just doesn't know how to hide a weak offensive line right now, and that's a tough job. I don't know how to do it. I'm not saying I could, but I just think that like if you're looking for an actual coaching grade, there's needs improvement would be written on his report card.
I know you can do better, Danny.
Yeah.
We need a little bit better out of Danny at the parent-teacher conferences. Stark, how would you grade MCDC? I already know what he's going to say.
A+. Can you tell him an easy grader? You know how the kids love him.
Dude, I would love to be a kid in Stark's class. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, you'd love
the
it.
best.
You would love it. A+. He's the best we've ever had. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's his fault that they're not good. I mean, he's by far the best coach. Brad Holmes is by far the best GM we've had in Detroit Lions history.
Wait, so you're grading on a curve?
Yeah,
It's
we
just
don't grade
based
on
off of
curves here.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say it's
I'm
based
not
off the
grading off a
others.
curve. I'm grading off like you're the smartest kid I've ever seen. You can't possibly get anything less than an A+. Like they're the best kids that you've ever had in class. You know what I'm saying? Like.
But
They
the question was, what's
they work
2 +
hard,
2, and
they
they
research,
said 5.
they study, they take responsibility, they're good teammates. I mean, come on. They're A+ guys, both of them. Also, shout out Tyler Rouse, happy birthday. Love you, buddy. Here's your Easter egg, happy birthday shout out. Love you. Back to them. A+, for sure, A+. Wait until we get to the players. Wait until we get to the players. A+,
Okay.
MCDC.
Oh, we're not even going to get to that many
much.
players, but let's keep this rolling.
Okay.
Let's keep this rolling because, Mr. Hartley, Mr. Slim, is going to give out his first A of the day, and we're going to Calvin Shepard next.
Oh, we're just doing coaches?
Calvin
Okay.
Shepard has done an outstanding job. I think in the games where the Lions have given up a significant amount of points, a lot of that is short fields, whether it be turnovers from the offense and special team explosives. That defense, and then what he's had to work with in that secondary, I don't have to say much more. Just shout out to Calvin Shepard. That is in my opinion, home run hire. Shout out to Dan Campbell on making that hire. Calvin Shepard's a dog. I give him an A. Jet.
B-.
Ooh. Harsh grader.
Yeah. I can't give him anything higher than what Dan Campbell gets. I maybe it's reciprocity, the two correlation, but I think our defense did not look the best versus J.J. McCarthy. I mean, not a whole lot of film on the guy. He hasn't played a whole lot, but also he's a rookie quarterback. I don't think he's a good quarterback. You let 27. I mean, 27. I don't know. Is that an average score in the NFL? Then we go and play against. Gosh, what's his name? I forget his name. I don't even think he's a starter anymore. Jake Browning. Jake Browning has 300 yards and 3 touchdowns against us. Chiefs made a mockery of us. Like, granted, it's Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Calvin Shepard looked good against who? The Ravens? No, they scored 30. He looked great against the Browns. Wow, good job. Good job. He looked great against the Browns. The Buccaneers was his best game. And he held Baker Mayfield in probably the hottest offensive football to 9 points. But he got up for one game. There's 17 games in the season, Calvin Shepard. So I hate the fact that he's already getting LSU rumors for coaching. You're Aaron Glenn in my eyes. See ya. Go take a new coaching job.
Wow. That is harsh grading to a guy that I gave an A to. I couldn't disagree more, but that's okay. Stark.
A+. I'm
Is that 3 A+?
We haven't even gotten an A yet. It's 3 A pluses
3 A
across the
pluses.
board so far.
Yeah, they're not playing the games. They're not the guys that are. They're doing. I think they're doing everything they should do. You said he lost. He didn't lose. The players lost.
I didn't say lost. I said he allowed
the
30
personnel
points
lost.
from the Ravens.
I think he's an awesome coach. You point to that Bucks game. It's like, dude, that was a well-coached, great game. They're in scenarios like, I don't know. I just think that the coaching is not the problem. Again, I'm going to be very grateful because I don't remember a time we've had like a coaching staff that's this awesome. So what do you? I mean, and also, the Lions are going to lose all their coordinators all the time if they're good. That's just how it's going to go. It's just going to constantly
you have a good head coach.
100%. And it's okay. We can let them go. Look at Aaron Glenn. Ben Johnson's kind of figuring it out, getting his feet under him, but they ran a record amount of trick plays last week in Chicago. Have to. A+. Go.
All right. Last thing, and we got to get this moving, so I'm not going to harp on it too much. But, Jet, that maybe would change your opinion here. The Lions are second in the league in sacks. And those aren't coming from...
We have the highest paid edge rusher in the game.
No, listen.
Second highest.
You didn't let me Hey, hush from the teachers talking. You didn't let me finish my point. What were you say? 1, 2, 3, look at me. Hutch has got, 4.5 on the season? These sacks are coming. They're manufactured sacks. These are pressures that Kelvin Shepard's sending because they're not getting home when they rush for. These are manufactured pressures. You have Jack Campbell as well as Derek Barnes either have a half sack or the same amount of sacks as Hutch, I believe, because these are pressures that Kelvin Shepard's bringing. So I got to give him some credit there. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's go to the other side of the ball. Stark says A+ here. We'll see. John Morton gets a C. Okay, John Morton gets a C, and I wanted to be harsher on him, but I brought this up to a C because I still can't complain too much. They're second in the league in points scored per game. Okay, he's got a ton of offensive weapons, but we've been talking about all season. Something's not clicking right, and the O-line is a huge reason for that. But I'm not seeing adjustments to help that offensive line out or to help this offense out. I'm not seeing. I'm seeing a lot of scheme issues that don't make sense. And I think he can be better, and I expect him to be better. And that's my message to John Morton: is you can be better, so be better down the stretch of the season. He gets a C from me. Stark, let's just get it out of the way. A+.
No. I'll give him a B+.
Okay.
Again, like there's a very obvious problem. They have no time. Goff has no time to throw the ball. I'm going to do this quickly because I've been waiting to say this whole time. A couple things that point to how bad the offensive line has been. One, your running game is non-existent unless Gibbs is breaking off big runs, which is what he's going to do because he's awesome. Montgomery, non-existent because the offensive line is not giving them gaps. They're terrible on third down this year. They went from 4th in the league to 25th in the league. I'm going to guess that's a big part of the reason because a lot of third and longs because they're not running the ball well on first and second down. I'm going to also say that Goff, we all understand and we should know at this point that if he does not have time, they will not be successful. This team, I've said this in the past, this team is not carried by Jared Goff. This team is not Mahomes where Mahomes can carry a team. No. This team is not carried by Amon-Ra. It is not carried by Hutch. It is carried by the offensive line. And the problem is right now our offensive line is not – they're not capable of carrying us. And this is what you're going to see. So it's so obvious, the offensive line. They can't run the ball. They can't convert on third downs. Goff has no time to throw the ball to the deep guys. I mean, Amon-Ra's eating every week. Yeah, he's their check down a lot of the times. He's the quick pass up the middle. So I give Morton a B+ because, again, if Goff had more time, think about how much more difficult it is for you to be an offensive coordinator if your quarterback can't move and has no time. So I go to my grave saying this. Almost every really good team in the NFL has a mobile quarterback except for one, and that is Jared Goff. So that's my take on that. B+ for Morton.
Jet.
I'll give him a C-. Second
a little
most
harsher
points,
than me.
Second most points scored in the league. Yeah, we put up 52 on the 26th ranked Bears defense. Good job. Yeah, we made a mockery of Ben Johnson. That game was circled on the calendar, and that was Dan Campbell saying we are going to score a lot of points on him. Then we played the Bengals, the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL. Oh, what do you know? We score another 30-plus points. Buccaneers ranked 15th in the NFL. Vikings ranked 14th in the NFL. We have only played one good defense, and we did do well against them. The Browns are actually ranked second in the NFL right now in defense, and we played good against them. But I also think that the Browns are in an odd spot where their offense is so bad that our offense looked actually a little bit better because of field position because of turnovers in that game. So I think that
turnovers
that
and Khalif Raymond punt return in that game.
Yes, that as well. So when we played good defense Packers, not so good. When we played good defense Chiefs, not so good. Chiefs ranked 7th in the NFL, Packers ranked 5th. Morton has not figured out how he's kind of a one-dimensional guy. Right now he can beat up bad defenses because we have the skill players to do so. But it's like, all right, how are you going to game plan for the Chiefs when Jared Goff's getting pressured every single play? Or how are we going to game plan for the Packers when our run game isn't working? So I think he has the most to learn right now.
All right. We've got one more grade to do. I do want to throw out a little point here. I was listening to David Shaw. If you guys don't know this, David Shaw is the Lions passing game coordinator, ex-coach at Stanford. Beautiful voice. I would like for him to read me bedtime stories at night if we just listen to the guy talk. I could listen to him talk for hours. But I think he put it perfectly when asked about some of the issues with this offense, and he said, it's too boom or bust. It is, we're getting the explosives, but we have no consistency. And that skews the numbers a little bit. And his analogy was, we're a team that is hitting threes at a high rate, but we can't convert in the paint or in the mid-range. And once we get that figured out, then this can be a well-oiled machine. I think that's a really good way to put it. So let's go to the final grade we'll be giving out, and that is the offensive line as a whole. I'm going to give them a D. I'll kick us off. I'm going to give them a D. And the reason I didn't go to a fail here is because they have shown some flashes. They have shown some flashes. That Baltimore game, that Cleveland game, that Chicago game. They showed some flashes that they can put it together. They have just been atrocious, and I want to throw a stat out to you guys. Jared Goff is getting pressured at the 4th highest rate in the NFL right now. It's just not sustainable. You cannot win football games that way. So they got to be a lot better. They get a D from me. I know you guys have a lot of thoughts on this, Jet.
No, I actually don't. I'm just going to re-say everything you said. Give them a D. 4th is not the last in the NFL. You know, I guess it could get worse. But, I mean, we wouldn't make it out of the wild card today with this offensive line, the way they're playing.
Stark.
Yeah, I'm going to give them a D as well. D minus. I think I said it all
there's
previously.
The harsh critic.
Yeah,
there we go.
And I feel bad about it. They're just not good enough. I'm sticking by what I said earlier in the fact that like this team is going to be carried by the offensive line, and if that offensive line isn't good, we're not good. That's just the bottom line.
All right. That is your midterm report cards. We'll probably throw that in a graphic, throw it up, and then we can come back at the end of the year and visit what our midterm report cards were, and then we can do an end-of-the-season report card and see if those students improved the way that we wanted them to see. Did the parent-teacher conferences work? So, all right. We are going to get into the picks. We will talk Lions-Washington when we get to that game, but let's get over to the picks, and let me pull up the BBL tracker. And guys, it's at the point now we're in like week 11 of college football, so I can't even sit here and be like, oh, I'm just in a slump. Guys, I might not know college football. I might not know what I'm talking about in college football. It is so bad. Another 1-4 week for Adam. Jet goes 3-2. Stark goes 2-3. Over on the NFL side, I go 3-2, and the two of you go 2-3. So season standings update. Jet starting to pull away here. Jet with 48 points on the season. Stark with 42. I'm sitting at 41. I got to make a move here. Every day I'm marching closer and closer to a milk mile. We need an 0-10 week out of Jet coming up here shortly. So
Wait, yeah.
let's.
You know what I just realized? You're not catching Joey. I'm not doing comedy. No, I'm not. I can do a milk mile.
Don't say that.
If I have to
Don't
do it,
say
I can
that.
do
A lot can
I'll do a
happen
chocolate
here.
milk mile for you.
A lot
Now
can
it's
happen
gotta
down
be
the stretch
the
here.
plain white.
Whole?
Whole
Yeah.
milk. Jet gets to buy the milk.
Oh, I'm bringing the
No,
milk.
I want Jet feeling confident because I think I'm going to make a little late season push here. But all right, let's go to college football first. We got no Michigan State this weekend. Thank God.
God.
I can't watch those teams play football anymore, dude. Just end it. All right, let's go to the Big 12. The Super Soakers, the undefeated BYU Cougars, go to Texas Tech. Texas Tech laying 10.5. I will lead us off. I love this Texas Tech team. Go Red Raiders. Jet.
Yeah, I'll take Texas Tech as well. I think BYU's frauds.
Damn it. Stark.
Yeah, I'm going to go Texas Tech as well. I've been picking them all year. So.
All right. Let's go to the SEC. Undefeated. Texas A&M go on the road to Mizzou. Mizzou's back against the wall. Texas A&M laying 6.5. We're going to snake this. Stark, lead us off.
Oh, my God. Can you tell me the two teams that are playing again?
There we go.
I know it's Texas Tech minus 6.5. I did not catch the first time. First team. Who did they play?
It was Texas Tech minus 10.5. This is Texas A&M minus 6.5 on the road at Mizzou.
I don't know anything about these teams. I'm going to take A&M. Yeah, I'll take A&M.
Jet.
I'm tailing Starkey. Give me A&M.
Ooh, all right, I like this. Give me Mizzou in the points at home. Their backs are against the wall. I don't know if they win, but I like them at home. Keep it close. All right, let's go big-time Big Ten matchup. This might be Big Ten Saturday
Can I say
night.
something real quick?
Oregon goes – yeah, go ahead.
A&M. What did they do to your guys' preseason national champ? Or wait, did you have – I thought you had LSU, didn't you? Or did you have Clemson?
I had LSU.
No,
You had
they
LSU?
dismantled them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our preseason national champion pick is way worse than LSU.
It was
Don't
Clemson.
make us say it out loud. Stark and I had the same one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they ain't even going to be bowl eligible. Stark and I took Clemson to win it all. They're not even going to be bowl eligible. So
I don't know.
that should have told me everything I needed to know about my college football knowledge going into the season. All right.
Jesus
We go to Iowa. The Hawkeyes host the Oregon Ducks. Oregon minus 6.5 in this game. Jet, you're going to lead us off.
Give me the Ducks, baby.
Starkey.
Give me Iowa. I want Iowa. Iowa could sneaky make it into the playoff. Just going to say it.
Give me Iowa and the Hawkeyes. That defense at home.
Dude, that defense isn't even
They
good.
They've got an offense now. Oregon
quarterback's good.
might be fraudulent. Yeah, give me the Iowa Hawkeyes plus 6.5. All right, guys, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel this week. This slate sucks. Let's go to the team that Stark picked to win it all, the Clemson Tigers, and they host another fraudulent team. They host another fraudulent team, the Florida State Seminoles. Clemson minus 1.5 at home against Florida State. I'll kick us off. At this point, it's just a hate watch. I'm sick of this team. Give me Florida State. Jet.
Yeah, I was so high on Florida State after they beat Bama. I was like, oh, dude, they are so good. Give me Florida State, but they have been nothing but a disappointment since.
Both these teams have been nothing but disappointments, pretty much. Start.
Give me Clemson.
Yes.
I'm going to take Clemson.
Yes.
Here's your chance.
All right, rounding out college football, LSU off a bye with the interim head coach. Do they get a bump, that interim head coach game? They go on the road to Tuscaloosa. They're playing the Tide. Tide laying 9.5. Stark, who do you like?
Gosh. Yes, they're going to get a boost. Brian Kelly is the biggest douchebag in the world. Those guys are probably so happy he's gone. I'm going to go LSU. It's a lot of points.
Give me LSU. I don't know why. I just think that there's. It's not. I don't know why. There's so many talented players on that roster. They've been underperforming. Brian Kelly does suck. Like, I would be devastated if Michigan State tried to hire him. I keep talking about Michigan State hiring somebody. We haven't even fired our stupid ass coach yet.
I know he's still employed. All right. This might be a really bad week for me or a really good week for me. I'm taking Bama, Roll Tide. I think they roll the Tigers. I think it's a good game in the first half, and then the Tide pull away in the second. All right, let's go over.
Let's go
to the NFL. And I already said what everybody did last week, where we're at on the season long. Let's go into the games this weekend. The Ravens go on the road to Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy, is he for real? The Ravens laying 4.5 on the road. Give me the Ravens. They beat the brakes off the Vikings this weekend. Stark.
Give me the Ravens.
Jet.
I will take the Vikings.
I should play the laughing track. No, watch. Vikings probably going to win this outright. He finds a way. All right, let's go to Tampa Bay. Tampa coming off of the bye. They play one of the hottest teams in football. The MVP candidate Drake May and the Patriots go down to Tampa. Tampa laying 2.5. Jet, kick us off.
Give me Tampa.
Stark.
I'll take the Patriots.
Give me Tampa and the Bucks. Baker gets back on MVP level. I like the Bucks at home. All right, let's go to Sunday Night Football. The Pittsburgh Steelers go on the road out to L.A. They're playing the Chargers. Chargers laying 3. I can kick us off. Man, Chargers are one of the teams I liked so much at the beginning of the season. I picked them to win the West. No Joe Alt. They lost Slater at the beginning of the year. They lost, what's his name? Pumpkin, whatever his name is, backup tackle. Dude, Justin Herbert is in hell. Give me the Steelers and that defense +3. Jet.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers too. They are not the same team with Joe Alt out. I mean, they lose their identity, and sadly, it's kind of like the Lions. The offensive line's just not good enough to win games.
Starkey.
I'm going to ride with you guys. I'm going to take the Steelers. The line does bother me, and the Pittsburgh defensive line is really good still. So I'll take them on the pass rush to get to Herbert and kind of disrupt a little bit.
All right. Let's go to the Monday night game. This is a generational potential hate watch for us. It is the Philadelphia Eagles off a bye, going into Lambeau, playing the Packers off a terrible loss. It is the stoppable force in Saquon Barkley and that rush offense for the Eagles against the movable object in the Green Bay Packer rush defense. This one's going to be exciting. I just want this to be known. This is strictly so I can enjoy the game and hate watch. Give me the Eagles. Jet.
Give me the Eagles as well. I think they win the game and Hurts has 170 passing yards.
Stark.
I'm going to go with the Pack. I think lately Jordan Love has been very good in primetime. This year alone, I think he has half of his passing touchdowns on his 2 primetime games. So it does hurt that Kraft is out. I don't love that. And they did just get shredded by Rico Dowdle, the king, Rico Dowdle. I'm kind of talking myself out of this.
Gibbleton Dingle.
I'm gonna stick with my play. I'm gonna go with the Pack. Give me the Pack. Jalen Hurts sucks.
All right. Let's go. Final game of the night. I want a little more analysis out of you guys, though, because it is the Washington game. The Lions going on the road.
Dude,
this line has been very weird, guys. This line opened at 8.5. It moved up to 9.5. It's now sitting at 7.5. Not sure what's going on there. The Lions laying 7.5 on the road in Washington. Bit of a revenge game. Here's my analysis. Too much noise around this team. Terrible performance last week. It's a Dan Campbell coach team off of a loss. Too much to prove. And this Washington team sucks. As sad as that is to say, this Washington team sucks. They're not healthy. They're the oldest roster in the league, and no Jaden Daniels. Give me the Lions big. Stark.
Yeah, I love the Lions here. I think, dude, that Jaden Daniels injury is gross. I think the Commanders are bad, and I think if you look at the Lions games this year, what games have they looked the best? You have the Bears. There's some exterior motivation there with Ben Johnson. You have the Bucks. You lost to them last year. You have a little bit of extra motivation, and then you have the Commanders, and you have a lot of motivation. If I know one thing about Dan Campbell, he gets up for these games that feels like they've gotten hurt from in the past. They're going to smash them this week. Defense looks good again, facing Mariota. No McLaurin. Krosky Merritt, flash in the pan, not good. They should destroy them. And if they don't cover, we wave the panic flag. I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm disgusted.
Want to add a quick note to what you just said there?
What's so funny?
He's just giggling
What's so
to
funny?
giggle, man.
Why are you giggling at my takes?
Krosky Merritt is listed on the injury report for his tooth.
For his tooth?
Yeah.
For his
We
tooth?
know a dentist. A dentist listens to this show, I've heard.
Yeah.
We could hook him up.
Townsend?
I was going to actually say
No.
Dr. Wills, but Townsend works.
Dr.
Townsend
Wills.
does not
Yeah,
listen to
he's
this
a real
show.
dentist.
He also shits on this show. Anti-Townsend podcast.
Townsend's a loser.
This is an anti-Townsend podcast. Yeah, I got
This is
beef
definitely
now.
an anti-cheater podcast. I mean, Townsend podcast.
We got beef, Townsend. I will say the words if I need to.
You won't hear this, Townsend.
One note I want to add to what you just said, Stark, is the Lions have looked the best this year against the Bears and the Bucks. Common thread there, off the 2 losses they had at that point in the season. So those were bounce backs off of losses. Jet.
Yeah, we beat up on bad teams. The Commanders are a bad team. I think we're gonna trounce them. I think that they're very riddled with injuries, and I'm also saying wave the panic flag if we do not trounce them like this. People were talking about how hard our schedule was before the season.
They've gotten so lucky with these.
My God, has our schedule gotten easy with all the injuries and so I mean, I don't think it's good. And I'm gonna do a little Flushing Raider analogy for you. 2015, Flushing Raider tennis, one of the greatest to ever come through. We made it to states. We didn't know what to do because we didn't play anyone all season. We were playing Flint schools the whole time and beating up on these kids that didn't know how to play tennis. I'm worried that when we go play some real football, we're not going to know what to do. Because if we beat up on this team, it means nothing.
Yeah.
Fair. The good. The good news is they still got plenty of good teams on the schedule down the stretch. Green Bay again at home, Minnesota, but they do go on the road to the Rams.
Minnesota just lost to them. They are good.
No, I know. They got the Bears again, last game of the season. There's plenty of competition left on this schedule. So, all right. What an episode, fellas. Episode 39. Everyone, drop your hate comments towards Tyler Townsend down in the comments. Hate mail for Tyler Townsend in the comments.
Drop the hate down below for Chili Beast Bald.